and I've got my Lima DMU, and I want to have a go at fitting a CD motor this evening. Hopefully it should all go nice and smooth, and it should work much better on my shuttle system, and that's the idea. I mean, it was starting to work okay, but it still was having a lot of problems, you know, trying to restart itself and things like that. This isn't the correct box for it, and I've had it in and out that many times. I've damaged the top of the box actually. So it is in a Hormy box, but it is a Lima Class 121. So so this one I did have the extra pickups on it, things like that. So, and I've ordered some new traction ties as well, so you should get those. So they should be nice and easy to fit. It is actually quite a nice model, really. So let's get down to it. So let's have a look how this actually comes apart. So we've got a couple of flat bladed screws there. I've never actually taken this one fully apart, so if I get something wrong or something don't go right, which is usually the case for me, okay, so I assume it should just lift off. Yep. And to get this motor out, I guess I need to remove this base keeper plate. So that's what you could call it. It's just something so we want to come out. These motors normally, as soon as you take any piece off, they just drop out. So I'm actually going to just take a picture of that so I remember which way round to put the motor in. I will forget. Here we go. Let's get my soldering iron out, and I'll drop those two wires off. Side so I don't damage anything. Let's get this soldering iron plugged in and on. got to wait a few minutes, so right, this is nicely warm. I'll put the rest of the chassis to one side. And see what we've got. So it looks like it just screws in. Let's just drop that wire. I'll just keep that wire there for the moment. I mean, it might even just be a good idea just to clean this motor up, but have a good look. And there is a lot of dirt on that motor itself, so you can sure if that's focusing that well, but yeah, there's quite a lot of dirt on that motor. Sure if I can get it to through the magnifying glass. Probably not. I can't see it on the screen itself, so sorry. But yeah, I think I'm just going to change it anyway. It's only a 3-pole motor. And it should just be a direct replacement, really. So can I get this magnet out without losing all the... what we've got on the end. So that went through there quite nicely. Okay, the magnet comes out nice and easy. And it's actually already fitted into the with the sprocket on there. It just fit through. Should do. That seems to have engaged all the drives. Or has it that well? It does come with this spring plate as well, so I think you need to have that on. must be some instructions out there for these. I'm just still guessing. Yeah, that seems to be very tight. It's not turning the... So, something not quite right there. So, I'm not going to force that around, it just don't like the look of that. So, just loosen that off. Yeah, I think that's... maybe this metal bracket's not needed on this motor on this particular application. It's actually pressing right on the back. Doesn't want to come out. There we go. Okay, that's just no, it's not very free. There's no free running on that, so I wouldn't want to put any power just on it just yet. I might just slacken those off a little bit. That's a lot freer now. I think what it's happening is it's pushing the little sprocket right up against the plastic there and causing some friction. So that seems free enough now, so I'm going to just try a bit of juice on it. 9-volt battery. Pickups sliding out. Yeah, that seems okay. You probably could do with a bit of lubrication on those gears, so I'll get some on that. Just wanted to make sure that was working first. So I just got and pulled that wire then. Damn. It's funny when you do stuff like that. You know, you've done it once and then you just do it again. Right, so I'm just going to lubricate these gears then. Just make sure that that's nice and free running. So what I have got is just a bit of grease for these gears. I've got some super lube for any bearings, but won't need to do that on this one. Really, just Put a little bit on here. And I'm hoping that so run it up a little bit. That grease will then go around not pickles back out. That's alright, I know it's going to need to just keep popping back in and out. Yeah, I think that will go around all those gears nicely now. Hopefully this will be a little bit quieter. I am going to keep all the parts to the original motor. And then if it ever wants to be reinstated, I can do. Or perhaps I need to fix another one and I want to keep the original parts. It's just that I thought this one would be quite nice to upgrade. So let's get this back in and soldered up. I'm going to actually solder it once I've got it inside. Which way round did I have the motor? Let's just check on my phone. Right, so the motor was like that. Hang on a minute, let me get that right. So yeah, that should go that way round like that. We'll go back in. And did it come out from the top? Is that the best way to put it in and out? I took it out a few minutes ago. I'm sure this is the best way to get these in now. Plastic piece, there we go. Is that how it fits? I think so. connect all that back up. I've got a piece of track long enough. Not sure. No, don't think so. But I just want to. No, that's not going to work. I know. Right. I just want to give myself a little bit of confidence that it's sat in that bogey frame okay. Yep, seems to be. Might need to put a little bit more lubrication or something. It did sound quite loud then, so I'm going to join those two together. Its high end turned itself off. It's sensors inactivity, it just turns itself off. If it senses it keeps going hot and cold because you're using it, it does stay on for a good amount of time then, but a little bit annoying when you going to pick it up and you've got no heat left in it. I think I'm going to put a couple of diodes in on this one as well, just to give myself a peace of mind. I'm not going to overload this motor. They're not the right ones. There's some Zener diodes. Okay, looks like I'm going to have to go and fetch some diodes. I've got my diodes, so I'm just going to use two of these, which will give me a 1.5 volt drop. You get roughly 0.7 across each diode. So let me just solder those up. Really a good idea doing it on my mat. We burn a hole in there. I know it's not the best solution doing it on my ruler either. Probably a little bit better. Right. Hold them together. What a mess. Right, let's hold them then this time. Probably burn my finger. Oh, why did I do that straight to me mat? I've got my soldering iron spongy and I just... Why I did that, I don't know. It's come off the mat okay. That's not too bad then. I'm going to just, before I put any of the, I might need some slightly thicker. Oh no, I think I'll get away with that. Let me tin that and we just got this one. I said just to protect the motor, because I think these motors were 6 volt, so if you go and turn them up to full, it'll just burn the motor out in a few minutes. Well, I can't remember if I bought a 12 volt motor or a 6 volt motor from that, you know, off the seller, because they was doing both. Before I tidy all those up, just going to hold that. We're getting anything at all. Oh. I should be okay. Just let me think about that. So that's the current going one way. So I must be stopping the current. Okay, I've got that wrong then. How did I get that so wrong? Thinking about it. You see, I was right. It's through the way the battery's connecting onto the rail, but that's going properly back and forward in the right direction, you know. And we should be getting a 1.5 volts drop across there. So I just need now to just put this on. This sleeving, it's just some shrink wrap sleeving. It's quite good because you get plenty of this shrink wrap with this motor. And I can shrink that on. I've got 2 ways of heating the shrink wrap. You can use your soldering iron, just wave it across, or you can do it the dangerous way. I just use that's the quicker way. So now I need to just tuck these wires in so we're not going to see them through the chassis so much. I'm not going to get in the way of the gears. Does have to go on one set way, so it does hide the motor. There we go. So and I've put it already in there here. And I'm just going to might want to work that way round. Worked off straight off the motor. Well, I've got something wrong there, but let me have a. I'm going to just take those diodes back out. It's weird because it was working if I connected it to the end of the diodes from the motor, but not from the pickups. So why is that? Oh, I need to think about that, but I'm going to just take it apart again and just drop those diodes out. So that's causing me a slight headache. Just don't understand that. Trying to think how I need to draw that circuit out. I just can't think of it this time of night, making silly mistakes with electronics. So the current's going that direction, coming from there and into there. If I reverse it, I'll put the pickups, both of them there, yeah, so current should go that way. It's not, yeah, I needed 2 more diodes, didn't I, to go across. So I put them that way, I should have put 2 going that way as well. So the current could flow both ways. Right, so I'm going to redo that piece and I'll show you it working when I've done it properly. Sorry about that. It's another mistake. So I'll have to go and get some more sleeving now. Bit thicker sleeving. There we go. Yeah, so it's never going to work by, because I was connecting it to there, wasn't it? I think that's why it gave me a false reading when I was doing this. So I've got it the wrong way around now. I've got nothing to hold on to. I'm going to get another diode. I just chopped the wrong part off. Oh, that's getting warm. So now I need to put it that way round. We will get this finished. And if I just solder that onto there just so I can test it, and it definitely will pass current via both ways now. Right. There we go. Just me. There you can see. So I've got it so it'll pass current that way round and then that way round. And I just didn't think when I was fitting those two earlier about doing. I don't know what was going through my mind then. So I've got to get some more bigger bit of shrink wrap now for that, because I've made a bit of a mess. and I've tidied that up and get it back in its case. You know, well, when I say case, I mean the cover, or I can't think what you'd call that one now. When I was saying case or cover, I meant body shell. As soon as I stepped out of the room, I went, ah, yes, that's what I mean. Solder iron. Maybe I shouldn't do these jobs late in the evening. It's about the only time I've got a chance to get this done now. Probably could have done with a slightly thinner piece. Ooh, very hot still. Ooh, I'll leave that to cool down a few seconds. I'll put the body up. That's a bit better now. Right, this is going to work really well now. Screwdriver's rubbish. Right, let's so that is all working. I think I might have had that off camera when I was just doing a quick test then, but see, I've only got power both ways. So I think the next thing to do is have a look at that on the layout. I might do that in the morning. Well, that's that job done. Slight mistake with me diodes. I do apologise. I just wasn't thinking. It's just quite late in the evening. I'm going to try that tomorrow on the layout when it's not as late, and get that working on the viaduct scene. It should work a lot better now. So